channel. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Crowgal. And this is odd. I don't normally have my hair tied back like this, but I woke up this morning, I showered. I took all the time to do an entire face full of makeup. I did my eyeshadow. I spent like extra time on my brows, and then I got to my hair and I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're just throw it in the bun. So this is the look we're serving today. Today's video I'm pumped for. I say that literally every sit down video. I'm like, I'm so pumped for this, but it's because I really am. This video is a collab video. This is a collab with Megan over at LoserleighVSG. We love her. I did a video a couple months back that was like YouTubers I currently love or something like that. And I mentioned her. I'll link that above if you haven't seen it. And nothing's changed. I still love her. She's still fabulous. She's great. She had VSG surgery. So the same surgery that Erica over at Time to Shrink had. And so some of her content is like VSG related. She also does what I eat in a day, sit down videos. She's not keto, but she is low carb. So she makes a lot of keto recipes. She eats and drinks a lot of the things that we all in the keto community do. And I just like not only her content, but her as a person. I mean, we are friends, we're like internet friends, but I feel kind of like real life friends with her. And I just feel similarly to Erin, but kind of in a different way. I feel like her and I are on the same wavelength. I think it helps that we're the same age. So I love her so much. She is so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could please go over and subscribe, I will have her video linked below, her channel linked below. Obviously that's a huge YouTube milestone and just like a personal goal of hers. So go over and subscribe. You will not be disappointed. So today's video was Megan's idea. And today's video is all about self-care. She brought this idea up to me. I thought it was fabulous. The more we brainstormed, we decided to do self-care practices that you can do in your home. So we're not going to be talking about like going to get our nails done, going on a vacation, going out to dinner with the girls. It's like all of these things are things that you can do within the four walls of your humble abode. And I feel like that's a little bit more relatable. We don't have to get into like, I don't have a car, I can't drive there, or I don't have like, I'm not financially, stable enough to go do XYZ. These are all things you can do in your house. And I personally am gonna be sharing, because I need rules and parameters. I made rules and parameters for myself. I'm gonna be sharing 5 self-care practices, activities that I do currently, and then one that I'm very interested in that I want to pick up at some point in 2020. So that's kind of how I'm structuring the video. I'm not gonna lie, I did attempt to film myself doing some of these things because I was gonna like splice it in to me actually like sitting down talking about it. But y'all, I just don't think that's my shtick. Like I tried and I felt like it just wasn't me. I felt like I was forcing it. I felt like I was faking it. And so all you're gonna get is word vomit from me about self-care. I'm not gonna be splicing in like video of me doing XYZ because I just didn't feel like it was authentic. So the first thing I'm gonna mention I feel like could sound kind of trivial to some people, but for me, on days when I need it, it is like a lifesaver, and that is ordering takeout for dinner. And I don't mean having a cheat meal, I don't mean eating all the carbs, I mean getting a keto-friendly burrito bowl from Chipotle, getting a bunless burger from Wendy's, literally anything that is still keeping me on track, but that means I don't have to cook. I have a toddler, I have a husband, and a lot of times at the end of the day, I'm exhausted. That could, equate to me collapsing on the couch or crying or like myriad of other things. And sometimes I just don't feel like cooking dinner. Sometimes it feels overwhelming to know that like, oh my God, we finally got home. We're doing this, we're doing that. Now I have to cook a meal. And this is not frequent. This is maybe like every other week or so, but to be able to kind of like access that and to speak up for myself and say like, I cannot, like, I don't want to cook tonight, like let's get something from somewhere, is a big deal for me, for my just self-care, like routine, if you will, and just for my mental health. The second thing I do to take care of myself is take a bath. I take, there are 2 different baths that I take, okay? The first kind is like the really like, we're just gonna, you know, melt into the water and we are just going to do all of the relaxing. That's the one where I like turn all the lights off, put the bubble bath in, light a candle, pour a glass of wine, close my eyes and lay there in the like boiling hot water because I like my bath water hot. The other type of bath that I take is like a more literal response to the phrase self-care, and that is where I don't put bubble bath in the water. I do a face mask. I do like my hair bond building mask. I maybe put on some YouTube. Maybe I shave my legs. Like that is kind of like another, you know, separate form of self-care, but both of them do the same thing in that I am relaxed. I am, you know, doing something for myself, and they both just kind of help center me and calm me. Number 3 is take a nap. I am not a huge nap taker, but what I will say is I think that it's important to know your body and to know yourself. And on days, you know, I have a toddler, so I can't speak to like people that work, you know, really long shifts or anything like that. So my experience is more on days when I am just exhausted and she naps. If she naps, because now it's kind of spotty, feel like she's kind of growing out of naps, but if she naps and I am, y'all, we're talking like beyond tired, like where I know an energy drink is not gonna cut it, then I nap. And I think that it's really important to understand that taking naps is not being lazy. You know, taking naps is taking the opportunity to recharge yourself, your body, your brain. And if I'm just as tired as she is when she goes down for a nap, then I go down for one too. Number 4 is read. And I'm filming this like the end-ish of January, and that has been one of my goals for 2020. I have already finished one book, and I'm very proud of that. I love to read, and it's one of those things that I have just completely forgotten about. Like, it's not even like, oh, I just fell off of like wanting to do it. It just like, I don't know, it just like left my mind and never came back. And I told myself in 2020, I am reading, and I have been reading. And for me, reading is an escape. I've mentioned, I think I mentioned it in my goals, like 2020 goals video. I don't like reading depressing stuff. I don't read a lot of like historical books. I don't read a lot of like I don't want to say depressing, but you know, memoirs about people that have had really rough lives. Like for me and my self-care, reading is an escape. I want to go to that town where those two people met and fell in love. I want to travel the world like that person did. And so for me, reading is a real big one. I, you know, do it once Daisy is down and sleeping, or sometimes I'll wake up early in the morning and I'll read. And that's really kind of been a saving grace for me, especially just like starting a new year can be really overwhelming, especially if you make goals for yourself. And so reading has really kind of like brought me back down to ground zero and kind of centered me a little bit more. And it's just something that there's nothing, you know, I feel like there are other things that might be comparable to like not having to cook dinner or like taking a bath. But for me, reading stands by itself. Like there is no other feeling I can think of that is similar to getting lost in a book. And then the last thing I do in terms of self-care within my own home is get my alone time. I am a mom, like I've said, and like y'all know if you've been around here for a while, and I am fully committed to the camp of knowing that there is nothing wrong with asking for some alone time and advocating for yourself as a person, as a human, as a mother, as a woman, and to say to Cernan, can you go take Daisy to do XYZ? Can you take her to the park? Can you take her to your mom's house? Can you go take her to Walmart to walk around? Because sometimes I need space and I need my alone time, and there's nothing there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make me less of a mother. It doesn't make me like less caring. If anything, it makes me more so because I need that space every now and then, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think as a mom, it's really important to know that you can and should advocate for yourself. And so I have no problem telling Sternan, like, can you take Daisy here, there, and everywhere? I really don't give a shit where he takes her, but like, I need some like quietness and time for myself. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I know it's a little bit different. I'm pretty sure this is gonna go up the same day that a keto video is gonna go up as well. But y'all know that I like doing the non-keto content too. Like this feeds another side of my brain, and so I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoy filming it. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop me a comment down below. What do you do for your own self-care? I would love to get a dialogue started in the comment section. I want to hear what y'all do. Obviously, go over to Megan's channel, subscribe, watch her video, drop her a comment. It would mean a lot to her, but it would also mean a lot to me because I just really value her as like a comrade when it comes to this like YouTube world. So definitely go check her out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.